Welcome to Macrosystems EDDIE Module 9, using high-frequency data to manage water quality. I'm going to provide a brief overview of the interactive features of this module webpage to help you complete module activities and answer questions associated with the module. First, you will notice that there are multiple tabs within the interactive webpage. You can navigate among these tabs by clicking on the corresponding tabs at the top of the page. Alternatively, if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you can navigate amongst the tabs by clicking on the forward and back buttons at the bottom of the page. One of the first tasks you will be asked to complete as part of the module activities is to select a focal reservoir to work with for the module. You can do this by clicking on the name of the reservoir you wish to work with in the table on the left. When the reservoir is selected, a red flag icon will appear on the map, and a photo of the reservoir will appear on the right. Once you have selected your reservoir, you may access the Canvas quiz that has the corresponding questions for your reservoir. To do this, return to your Canvas webpage and select the questions that correspond to the reservoir you have chosen. I have selected Falling Creek Reservoir, so I will click on the Falling Creek Reservoir module questions. I can enter the quiz, and as I am presented with questions throughout the app, I will answer the questions in my Canvas quiz. If your course is not using Canvas to complete the module, you have the option of downloading a student handout as a Word document that you can use to type answers to questions as they are presented throughout the module. As you work through module activities, you will find there are interactive slide decks with information to help you complete activities and answer questions. You can navigate among the slides in the slide decks by clicking on the left and right arrows on either side of the slides. Questions throughout the module will always be presented in a green box, as shown here on the left. Again, answers to questions should either be answered in your Canvas quiz or typed into the Word document you have downloaded, depending on how your course is administering the module. I will now demonstrate some of the interactive plotting features associated with the interactive web page. If you are asked to plot data from your reservoir, you can do so by clicking the Plot Data button. When you do, an interactive plot will appear on the module webpage. If you scroll into the plotting window, you will see that a number of tool icons appear at the top right of the plotting window. By default, there are two tools that are already selected. The first is the Zoom tool. This means that if you click and drag an area on the plot window will automatically zoom to the window that you have selected. To return to the original window, you may either double-click on the plot or click the Auto Scale or Reset Axes buttons. The other tool which is selected by default is the Show Closest Data on Hover tool. This means that as you scroll over the data point that is closest to your cursor will display a pop-up box with the data values. If you wish to compare values among multiple traces or lines on the plot, you can select the Compare Data on Hover tool. If you do this, as you hover over the data, the values of all the different traces or lines on the plot will appear. If you wish to isolate a single line or trace on the plot, you can do so by double-clicking on that trace in the legend. To return to the original view, simply double-click again. Additional tools include the ability to pan, which means that rather than zooming, clicking and dragging will move the plot. Tools to zoom in and out, and an option to download the plot as a PNG file to your computer. If you need a reminder of any of the interactive features associated with the module, You can receive a reminder by clicking on the Help button in the top right corner of the module webpage, and this will take you through a series of steps that revisit the key interactive features associated with the module. When you finish the module, be sure to submit your Canvas quiz to your instructor for grading or submit your Word document to your instructor. Thank you so much for participating in Macrosystems EDDIE Module 9.